Hallo und herzlich willkommen zu einer neuen Ausgabe heute mit Juste und Verne, beziehungsweise nur Verne. Shape of Fantasy hat wohl angeblich mit dem Jules Verne, der die Geschichten geschrieben hat, nicht wirklich viel zu tun. Unser Hauptcharakter ist der gute Verne und den werden wir jetzt begleiten auf seiner abenteuerlichen Reise. Und ich gebe euch mal noch ein kleines Intro zum Geschmack, zum Reinkommen und ja, starte das Ganze einfach mal kurz hier, um uns einfach schon mal so ein bisschen die Atmosphäre zu geben. Ja, begrüße euch recht herzlich und wünsche euch viel Spaß. Hoffe, ihr könnt mich trotzdem heute recht gut verstehen und schauen wir uns einfach mal an, das Point-and-Click-Adventure. Bin sehr gespannt, die Demo hat mir sehr gut gefallen. Und ja, willkommen zum neuen Let's Play. Und bleibt gespannt, was uns erwartet, welche Geschichten uns begegnen, welche wir auch selber schreiben werden. Und ja, ich hoffe, es geht euch gut und ihr könnt mich einigermaßen verstehen.
Ich grüße Sie. Mein Name ist Jules Verne und ich lade Sie ein, mich auf diese Reise in die Welt der Abenteuer und Geheimnisse zu begleiten.
So viel dazu, nur ein kurzes Intro. Ja, wer Lust hat, bleibt einfach dran. Ich denke mal, es wird jetzt auch regelmäßig Content denn hier betreffend Verne, nicht Verne, Verne auch kommen. Nochmal Hallo auch an alle, die im Chat sind, alle, die hier mit dabei sind. Ja, ich würde sagen, ich starte das Ganze mal. Immer auf ein neues Spiel. So, Spiel speichert automatisch, wunderbar. Kurz gucken. Sieht alles gut aus. Und ja, dann starten wir einfach mal rein. So, wir tauchen jetzt erstmal hier tief rein. In den Ozean. Shape of Fantasy Verne. 1888, Südatlantischer Ozean.
The end of the nation is very close, Verne.
You are very confident about your triumph. Until we open the chest, we won't know for sure if the compass of destiny is really inside.
The chest is in perfect shape after 2,000 years under the sea. No human technology can do that. It's Atlantean, that's for sure.
The ship, the inscriptions, all the pieces fall into place. The compass of destiny is inside. We are going to change the course of this goddamn war, Verne. We are going to change history.
Take it to Mr. Verne's lab and start maneuvers to ascend for air recycling.
This discovery will change it all.
Die Adria ist auch mit dabei. Okay, eine wertvolle Fracht, die jetzt nach oben getragen wird. Hoch in die Nautilus.
March 25th, 1888. Scientific Officer Log. It's a great day for the captain. who has asked me to begin documentation while he delivers a speech to the crew in the library. After months of searching, at last he found it. He doesn't have the slightest doubt that the compass of destiny is in his hands. An old artifact that, once released from inside this chest, it is supposed to guide us safe and sound to the flame of Hephaestus, the most powerful energy source in the world. The deadbolt has a complex defensive system and
die mächtigste Energiequelle der Welt. Oh, okay. So, WASD zum Bewegen. Okay. Rennen. So, wir müssen hier raus.
Verne, quick! The nation is attacking us! Not a single Atlantean
Moment.
piece can fall into their...
Mon Dieu! Merde! I must hurry to recover the Imag. It's inside of the armory's safe room and wait. There. It's the safest place around. No! Blocked! There's only one way to the armory. Going outside. Merde! The elevators are disabled. Useless gearball. Why don't you open? It's eerier than I thought. I must get to the front hatchway. It's jammed. Oh mon Dieu! Adam and Sean! This is a massacre! But wait! These bullet wounds on Sean. There are no blood drops around. He was shot after he was dead. That's disconcerting. I must hurry to the armory. It's jammed. I have to go down to the armory. Maybe I can open the safety hatches from the bridge.
I got you, filthy terrorist.
These elevators don't work either. It's Verne! Is somebody there? No foes here. Adriel, where's everybody? And Nadine?
The pilot has disappeared. Very likely she has been captured with the others at the library.
What happened? How is that even possible that...
I don't know. The servo radars didn't work. Nothing has worked. They crushed us. Damn Raven.
The Raven? Merde!
Well, that's not the worst of all. The captain has activated the Nautilus self-destruction.
What?
He will never let his technology fall into the hands of the nation.
How much time do we have?
Less than 10 minutes.
Mon Dieu! You are the second in command. Can't you disactivate it?
Only Nemo knows the code. He told me to protect the bridge to speed away as soon as we release ourselves. But the engines are currently paralyzed until the captain reactivates the core. That's why we're still outside.
Oh my God! What will we do?
You are the only one who can do something.
What? The only what? I'm not a soldier.
Well, now you must become one. I will open the hatches to the armory chamber. Once there, take the Imag and do whatever you can to save the Nautilus.
The Imag? It's not a weapon. We barely know how to use it or what it can do. What if it sinks us?
What do you fancy more? A quick death beneath the sea or a long life of tortures at one of the nation's penitentiary mines? Move!
Der gute Nemo. Gehe zur Waffenkammer und benutze das Imag. Wenn wir uns mal auf zur Waffenkammer machen und hoffen, dass wir jetzt hier auch durchkommen.
I still have some stuff to do.
Das weiß ich selbst. So, hat sie das denn jetzt schon mal aufgemacht? Ja, move to Nemo. To Nemo. So. Eigentlich muss ich hier nämlich an dem Sauerstoffding hier eigentlich runter. Ah ja, jetzt geht's. Jetzt auch auch noch Zeitdruck. Leute.
Mon Dieu!
Merde. Sacre bleu.
He grabbed that paper with his last strength. It's bloodied.
Bloodied. Bloodied.
I'm coming.
Wo soll ich hin? Achso, Telefon.
Armory here.
Verne, the opta recorders show that the Raven has cornered the captain and the engine core. Go there. I will open the hatch.
And what am I supposed to do?
Think. You'll figure something out. You're an imaginative guy.
Merde!
Das Imag ist ein atlantisches Artefakt, das Risse in der Realität entdecken und in bestimmten Momenten kleine Umschreibungen vornehmen kann, falls sich die Dinge ungünstig für dich entwickeln. Na denn. So, was müssen wir machen? Wähle aus, sei aber Vorsicht, nicht alle führen zu einem glücklichen Ende. Aha, aha, aha. So, rechts, links. Was sollen wir machen? Wähle eine aus, aber sei vorsichtig. Wie mache ich das? Kann ich was auswählen? RT? Drücke RT? Achso, hier. Das war nicht so schlecht. Okay.
Fortunately, damages in the area weren't considerable.
Okay. Gut gemacht. Jetzt musst du warten, bis sich das Imag wieder aufgeladen hat. Hast du die falschen Entscheidungen, könnte das Imag für eine kurze Zeit zurückgehen. Nimm dich in Acht, das passiert nicht. Auf viel Vergnügen beim Umschreiben.
It's broken. I could try to fix it with the Imag. The electric board kept withstanding.
Einfach alles gnadenlos umgeschrieben. Wenn es nur immer so gehen würde mit der Technik.
I could try with the Imag.
So.
Before dying, he released a paper he was holding in his hand.
Die Nation. Mhm. Das alte preußische Königreich. So, jetzt soll ich bestimmt wieder zu ihr zurück, ne? Zu Adriel. Nehme ich mal an. Ne, noch eins höher.
Move!
Move. Soll ich denn jetzt hin? Ich will wieder nach oben. Kaputt. Mal kurz gucken. Gehe zum Kern und rette Nemo. Okay. Ich will mal kurz auf die Karte gucken. So, wir sind da oben. Müssen wir wahrscheinlich... Achso, nee, Kern ist da unten. Also Waffenkammer noch weiter runter, durch die Wartung und zum Kern. Okay. Got it. Ja, doch ganz schön groß die Nautilus, dafür, dass sie nur so ein Schlauch eigentlich ist. Warte mal, hier. Hier müssen wir runter. einmal ab zur Wartung, bitte. Dann müssen wir hier nämlich den Schacht öffnen. Kommt die nächste Leiter hoch. Mal gucken, hier ist nichts auf dem Tisch drauf. Kurz auf die Karte gucken. Jetzt sind wir da unten. So, der Doktor kommt jetzt als nächstes und dann rechts die Wartung.
Blocked!
Okay, blockt. Das ist nicht schlimm.
Maddie is so good stacking supplies that not even the bombs could have moved them.
Hier ist es aber immer noch versperrt.
The explosions didn't affect the room.
Okay. So, kommen wir hier noch rein?
I still have some stuff to do.
Okay. Da sollen wir natürlich nicht lang. Oh.
Blocked! I can only use the Imag if I know the possible options. I must find another way inside.
Okay, den Schalter hier reparieren, oder? Was ist hier los?
Before dying, he left the emergency hatch open.
Die Luke offen gelassen. Will ich.
Fire at will! Watch the flanks!
Nemo! Nemo!
Come on, protect the core! Don't let them take it over!
Okay.
Watch the flanks!
It doesn't work. It must have run out of energy. I could fix the electric board.
Aua. So, unser erstes Rätsel. Repariere die elektronische Tafel. Indem du geschmolzene Teil entfernst, wähle ein Teil. Ja. Okay, das geht schon mal nicht. Okay, okay, man muss sie so verschieben, alles klar. So. Hier noch Platz. So. Moment. Da ist gerade jemand an der Tür. Gleich wieder zurück. So, weiter geht's. Weiter geht's. Test, hallo, ja. Mikrofon ist da, sehr gut. Dann weitermachen hier mit dem Rätsel. So, wir müssen scheinbar da oben raus. Oder?
Yes!
Doch. Geschichtenschreiber, Elektroniker. Wertvollstes Mitglied der Crew.
You just don't know when to surrender.
Raven.
Isn't that so?
Of course not. I still have to finish your face.
The Nautilus is at last in the nation's hands. Tell me how to deactivate the self-destruction and take my word as a gentleman. I will free your crew.
Ha! Gentlemen. I saw in the penitentiary mine what to free means to you, you damn sadist. I will die before releasing the Nautilus to your masters.
It's a shame to end our relationship like this, but wish granted, Captain. This time you will not escape.
Also der Raven ist ja gerade eben von dem anderen Schiff der Valkyrie rübergekommen. Die wollen jetzt gerade die Nautilus entern. Und natürlich uns das Artefakt jetzt abnehmen.
Release them and get out. Don't move. Get back.
60 seconds to self-destruction. 60 seconds to self-destruction.
So, 1 Minute noch bis zur Selbstzerstörung. Dann wird's hier richtig heiß. Und ungemütlich. Werden schleunigst verschwinden. So, um die volle Leistung des Eimags zu nutzen, schließt die Sequenz ab, indem du vor Ablauf der Zeit auf das korrekte Symbol drückst. Ja, Quicktime-Events, ich liebe sie überhaupt nicht. A, S, B, A, B, S.
But what the... Again?
What?
No.
Verne! I will find you!
The Imag had never displayed that amount of power before.
Das war ja abgefahren.
My mind was dragged again to the bridge, an image that was torturing me over the last months. I didn't wake up until a few hours later, a time that surely Nemo felt was like an eternity.
Die Nautilus ordentlich am Dampfen.
Destructive imagination and hopelessness don't exist. Captain,
26.
my
März.
take is that the only way to open it safely is exposing it to the Imag.
Are you sure?
This deadbolt is a piece made by Phobos priests. Their devices were famous for being impenetrable, forged with the remainders of a meteorite. If anyone messes with it, it will launch a discharge of an energy that will cause a deep, infinite terror to whoever receives it.
An energy that causes terror? That's preposterous.
Maybe for you, but for the Atlanteans, the power of Phobos was real enough. Do you think that fear, destructive imagination, and hopelessness don't exist?
Not presented in the shape of fireworks and sparks.
If you don't believe me, feel free to break the chest with a crowbar.
How can the Imag open?
Da hätte ich auch nicht wirklich Bock drauf, mit dem Brecheisen an die Tore ranzugehen, wer weiß, was da rauskommt. Das wäre auf einmal die Büchse der Pandora noch öffnen.
It's a positive force, directly opposed to the kind of energy
sollte man im U-Boot schleunigst unterlassen. Also an freier Luft draußen, irgendwo auf einer einsamen Insel, kein Problem, aber...
Could be. The deadbolt is a rusty key, and the Imag, the sand that wipes away when scrubbed.
Do it, Verne.
What the...
What now?
The Imag. It doesn't work. It looks like it ran out of energy. That explosion must have dried it up.
You must make it work. We must release the compass of destiny from this chest.
Shouting at me won't help.
Adriel, go and look for Petrov. May he bring the torch and...
Captain, I must advise against force opening the chest. Unless you want to
Es
lose your
wäre nicht
mind.
ratsam, die
What is
gewaltsam zu
imperative
öffnen.
now is to find an answer to why the Imag is dead.
Okay,
If
also
you have
der
any
Imag
theory, spit it
oder
out now.
das
It's
Imag ist der
possible
Schlüssel
that,
zur
given that
Truhe.
the Imag gets its energy
Aber
from the imagination of its
durch die
host,
Rettungsaktion
the problem
eben
is inside your mind,
gegen
Verne.
Raven ist das
In
Imag
my mind.
komplett leer.
Yes, that's true. You talked about hallucinations.
Yes. For an instant, I travelled back to a bridge in Paris. I had a similar vision at the island.
Do you remember seeing something like this in your vision?
It certainly has a likeness with the shadow I saw at the bridge, but are you telling me that I saw Phobos, the Atlantean god of fear?
Fear is a
Phobos.
narrow description of what Phobos really meant to the Atlantean people.
Flamme des
For them,
Hephaistos
he was the
und
destructive imagination,
das
the
Seher.
one born out from despair and angst. You could also say that his sister Placea, however, represented fantasy. But the truth was that she was perceived as the
Körperraum der
source of the
Fantasie.
creative imagination, the one that thrives from hope. I think that Atlanteans believed that the balance between the two brothers dictated one's own sanity. If Phobos has broken that balance in your mind,
Ja, wir
that
müssen
would
das
explain the
Gleichgewicht
Imag's
wiederherstellen.
silence.
Mythology? You're talking about mythology? I don't believe in Phobos, hence it's impossible that it's harming me.
The thing here is, you are afraid. Too much fear inside you. Until you don't master it, I'm afraid that the Imag will never work again.
I refuse to believe in hocus pocus.
And how can you explain the Imag blast? It saved your life.
I don't question that the Atlantean technology doesn't work. What I mean is that...
Enough with the debate! We are losing precious time. What matters is that the
Nemo
Imag
hat
only
genug.
works with you. It's obvious that your hallucinations are a symptom of some kind of disorder. Visit Dr. Cedric and get yourself a neurological check. That's an order.
All right.
You, Adriel, check the reparations. We must keep afloat for 2 days until we get to the base. We must assume that Commander Hetzel is not far from us.
Yes, Captain.
Der Hetzel ist
Why are
auf
you still
Hetzjagd
here?
nach uns.
Aren't you bothered by the way we were attacked? They fell upon us too easily. It's more than probable that there is a traitor on board.
A traitor? In the Nautilus? Never. I have personally chosen each member of this crew. There is no question that the nation has found a way to decode our communications.
I envy your confidence, Captain, but you should be aware that during the attack, I found that someone shot Shun's body after his death. I believe that the murderer was
Ich muss
trying
nur
to
sagen,
hide
dass
the
sich
fact
die
that he
Sprecher
was
echt viel
killed
Mühe gegeben
before the
haben.
boarding.
Ist natürlich viel Text, aber
Let's keep our eyes opened. If there is a traitor in such a small space, he or she will be exposed sooner or later. God damn it!
gefällt mir schon echt gut. Also haben sie gute Arbeit geliefert hier. Den Stimmen.
Nonsense. I may have my issues, but Atlantean magic? Come on. Let's go to Deck 3 to see Doc.
Okay, auf zu Deck 3. So, wieder Linksraum, ne? Kann ich eigentlich auch in die anderen Kabinen? Warte mal, hier ist so ein Poster. Okay. Okay, das war die eigene Kabine gerade, auch gut zu wissen. Okay, in die anderen können wir nicht rein. Da kann ich nicht rein. So, jetzt sollte eigentlich der Aufzug auch
It
wieder
doesn't
gehen.
work.
Okay, er geht immer noch nicht.
Nemo's organ has always fascinated me, and also gives me chills, just like the captain.
Noch ganz kurz weg. Sofort wieder da. Oh, einen Moment. So, da bin ich wieder. Kleines Ständchen für euch. Lange einstudiert. Okay, das Imag ist gerade nicht verfügbar. Wahrscheinlich schlechter Empfang hier unten.
It doesn't work. I can't reach the sick bay. I'll go to the bridge and see if Nadine can help me.
Mr. Verne, don't come any closer. These carbo exhausts are quite damaged, and you could breathe polluted air.
I will, but what about you, Sue?
Don't worry, I'm used to it, and it takes a big deal of carbon dioxide to knock me down.
Will they hold
Stabil.
until we reach the base?
I'm working on
Sumi
it.
ist auf jeden Fall stabil.
They must hold.
Die wird nicht so
Without
leicht
them,
ausgenockt.
we couldn't breathe.
I'll stop bothering you. Good luck with that.
Gerade gesagt, dass sie auf jeden Fall eine Menge
Thanks. I will need
Kohlenstoffdioxid
it.
verträgt, bevor sie umkippt. Ja, lustig, wie die Karte aussieht. Auf jeden Fall anders als die wir kennen. Sieht noch sehr lückenhaft
Jules, good to
aus.
see you.
Nadine, I'm glad you're alive.
I have a big headache
Nadine,
thanks to a
die
rifle butt, but I'm
Navigatorin.
in one piece, not like this melting piece of junk.
It is still a striking piece of junk.
That's
this One
because
Piece?
I'm the one who steers it, babe.
Ach so.
Don't you find it weird how the servo radars stop working? They always have spotted any enemy approach from miles away.
Maybe they have discovered a way of avoiding them. All technology improves, even the bad guys.
It looks like too much improvement for such a short time. Don't you think it's possible that someone of the crew has...
Verne, take my advice. Don't go insinuating the idea of a treason. Morale is low enough to allow paranoia gets installed in the ship.
I guess you're right. I came for a more mundane issue. Can you activate the elevators for a moment? I must reach the sickbay.
Of course, I hope you're fine. I will give you a few seconds of energy. We are so low at fuel that even seals pass us. God, what I'd give for being shopping in New York.
So, und nächstes Ziel ist der Doktor. Doktor.
Nadine is always reading these penny dreadfuls. Awfully boring literature, so to speak.
Ha. Nichts für uns. Die Walküre. Die Walküre, ein Schiff des Schreckens. Zerstörer der Juggernaut-Klasse. Den trotzdem nichts gebracht.
Hello, Assistant Sarah. Are the navigation systems holding up?
Barely. I am patching up all I can to allow Nadine to pilot. I'm sorry, Monsieur Verne. I cannot help you now. These systems require my full attention.
Ihr den Akzent erkannt? So, nochmal kurz überlegen. Zum Doktor war ja wieder runter, ne? Auf die Karte gucken, wir sind da oben. Das ist ja da unten. Kommen wir durch die eigene Kabine nochmal runter? Weil der Zugang, der eben offen war, hier die Luke, die ist schon wieder zu. Geht irgendwie nicht. Der Schalter geht auch nicht. Ja. Eine Frage an euch. Jeder, der eine Orgel sieht, oder gerade jetzt auch hier, wer muss da automatisch an den Sound von dem Phantom der Oper denken? Ja, ich such's mal kurz raus. Oder nee, ist doch ein anderes, aber dieses, nicht Phantom der Oper. Warte mal. Ich bin gerade an ein anderes, ich hab's verwechselt. Ah, das war von Bach, ne? Aha. Ja. Und das mach ich. Ehrlich, geht aber auch nicht der Schalter. Ist auch kaputt.
We are underwater. I can't go outside.
Okay, also hier kommen wir nicht runter. Da kommen wir nicht runter. Lül, ernsthaft? Kommt der jetzt oder kommt der nicht? Leute. Mal kurz das mit eingebracht. Und da muss ich nochmal ganz kurz einmal verschwinden. Sofort wieder da. Test. So, da war das Internet einmal ganz kurz weg. Kein Problem, weiter geht's. Wir wollen zum Doktor.
Verne, you are here. The Nemiagram isn't prepared yet. Come on in. Make yourself comfortable. How are you?
I felt better before my conversation with Nemo. He's getting more nervous each day.
That happens to all of us.
What's this device? Nemiogram? A memory writer?
That's it. I designed it months ago, but I hadn't the chance to test it. It induces a deep hypnosis trance to a patient, and it's ideal to explore the blocked corners inside his or her mind, theoretically.
Theoretically?
Yes. Your checkup from after the boarding shows no brain damage, nor blood clots that explain your hallucinations. So I decided to try an alternative approach.
Hypnosis? Why?
The Imag and you are linked by imagination.
Doctor, that sounds terribly unscientific.
Call it in brainwaves or whatever you like. The undeniable matter here is that the Imag only works with your brain. The Raven attack provoked a trauma, and because of that, the Imag doesn't work anymore.
And how is this machine supposed to cure me?
It will not cure you. My intention with the Nemiogram is to discover what happened to you at that island. You have told me many times that although you don't hold any memory of that episode,
jetzt
you
kommen wir
believe that there
wahrscheinlich
is where
zu
you
der Stelle
found
aus
the
der Demo,
Imag and suffered your first
da wo wir
bridge
auf der
hallucination.
Insel
Maybe the
gestrandet
memory
ist.
of the events you experienced at the
Das sind
island
alles so
holds the
Bruchstücke, die
answer,
jetzt
or at
mit
least a
diesem
clue that will
Gerät
help
dann
us to cure your
zusammengefügt werden.
malady and the
Damit wird
captain's
dann das
concerns.
Imag auch
A
wieder
very interesting
hergestellt.
hypothesis, but frankly, Doc, are you sure that you aren't going to fry my brains?
Of course not. Theoretically. I guess we'll be able to find out about
Verständliche
it.
Sorge, dass man
Relax
denkt,
while I finish
ja,
the adjustments.
wird dadurch
I don't
eigentlich
even
mein
know
Gehirn
what
jetzt
that is
durchgeschmort. So, was haben wir?
Someone around here has told me a story about you facing the bloody Raven years ago.
I don't know who has told you such a stretch of the truth. I just have seen him once, from away, and he still froze the blood in my veins. It was a long time ago, in India, in a village in the middle of the jungle. We the Brits were holding our position in front of the nation's advances, until the Raven and his Echo Guards arrived.
How do you think they have found us? We didn't emerge for 3 days.
I've been at war too many years to still believe in coincidence.
Did you analyze Shun's body? I believe I saw something.
Something that didn't match the scene, right? He didn't die from bullet wounds. Lethal head injury. My suspicion, somebody attacked him from behind before the nation's boarding, and then shot the body to blend the murder with the other deaths.
That night, he was on bridge duty, and mysteriously, servo radar stopped working. Someone in the crew is...
You should discuss these matters with the captain. I am just a doctor. My patients are my mission. And right now, you're one of them.
When do we start?
It's ready. Let's begin. Focus. Tell me about the bridge.
It's a bridge. In Paris, I believe. Mist surrounds me. I have a strange feeling, because there is someone else here with me. I have felt that very same presence before, at the island, before the Nautilus.
Focus on it. Let yourself go.
I'll try.
Das ist wie so eine Art Hypnose, die da gerade mit ihm macht.
Everything began 6 months ago, the day of the wreck of the AES Annabelle Lee.
Teil 1 abgeschlossen. Sind wir jetzt auf der Insel?
Cedric's strange machine unleashed my memories, lightening the dark void of my stay at the island. The Annabelle Lee was my first assignment as a scientific officer at the American Empire Navy. In addition to the war's own menace, there was a rumor that a huge sea monster was around, sinking ships. Despite my skepticism, 3 weeks after our departure, in the dead of night, that rumor became a reality by pouncing on our ship and in a matter of minutes wrecking us. By some miracle, I survived. Luckily, the currents brought me to the island. Later, I understood that my extraordinary journey started right there.
Eine außergewöhnliche Reise. 3. Oktober 1887.
Where am I?
Also ein Jahr vor der Gegenwart.
It's destroyed. Fixing it will be difficult.
Genau.
Oh God. The attack. The monster. That sea beast came out from beneath and rammed the Annabelle Lee, ripping apart the hull like a rotten fruit. Why is it so hard to recall?
Insel, Gedächtnisverlust, Held. Kommt uns irgendwie alles sehr bekannt vor, oder? Oh, so ein kleiner Querverweis an
no sign of life.
Zelda oder sämtliche andere JRPGs.
Oh, I need food. A petroglyph. It's ancient. It must mean something. An old letter. Seems to be written by an outcast. It must be important.
Monster. 19. September, Tag und Nacht kann ich an nichts anderes denken, als daran, wie ich ein paar von diesen Monstern, die sich an solch grausamer Unterhaltung erfreuen, aus dem Verkehr ziehen und das Opfer, das sie hier töten würden, retten könnte. Was kann ein einziger Mann gegen sie ausrichten, wenn er 20 oder 30 von ihnen mit Spießen oder Pfeil und Bogen gegenübersteht, mit denen sie genauso gut zielen können, wie ich mit meiner Pistole?
I need something to clear up this thicket. This place is a paradise, but not a soul around. I hope this island will not become my grave.
Wie findet ihr so den Stil? Könnt ihr mal gerne in den Chat oder unten in die Kommentare reinschreiben.
There's something written on it. In this place, I arrived on September the 30th of... I cannot read the year. Another petroglyph. The symbols are different. A lift. A former inhabitant made it. I hope that if he is still around, he will be friendly. However, it's been a long time since this was built. It might work, if only I could find a tackle. I need to break the lock.
So, eine Handkurbel. Die benötigen wir vorne für den Aufzug. So, So, Brief Nummer 2, bebende Erde, 27. November. Ich war so verblüfft von dieser Sache, da ich noch nie so etwas gefühlt oder mich mit jemandem ausgetauscht hatte, der dies selbst überlebt hat, dass ich wie tot oder betäubt war. Und die Bewegung der Erde bereitete mir Magenschmerzen, als wäre ich ins Meer geworfen worden. Aber das Geräusch des fallenden Felsens weckte mich auf und riss mich aus diesem Zustand der Betäubung, erfüllte mich mit Schrecken. Ich dachte dann nur daran, dass der Hügel auf mein Zelt und all mein Hausrat fallen und alles auf einmal unter sich begraben würde. Dieser Gedanke durchfuhr meine Seele ein zweites Mal. Nachdem der dritte Schock vorüber war und ich für einige Zeit nichts mehr fühlte, fing ich an, meinen Mut zusammenzunehmen, und doch reichte dieser nicht, um ins Freie zu gehen. Die Angst, lebendig begraben zu werden, war zu groß, sodass ich nur auf dem Boden sitzen konnte, gänzlich niedergeschlagen und untröstlich, nicht wissend, was zu tun ist.
There's a series of marks. It could be a calendar. If we take each of the small ones for a week and the big ones for months, mon Dieu, it's a whole life.
Nee, das wollte ich eigentlich gar nicht. Oder? Wollte ich das? Nee, eigentlich nicht. Hat der eben gedrückt? Ach so, der will, dass ich das an dem oberen... Okay, jetzt habe ich es auch gecheckt. An dem oberen Ende befestige. So, also hier hoch. Dann rüber. Dann... Okay. So, rüber. Hoch. Und dann eigentlich runter, ne? Okay, links rüber. So. Runter, hoch.
Yes!
Zack. So, falls ihr mal irgendwo ausgesetzt seid und ihr diesen Knoten benötigt, seid ihr auf jeden Fall auf der sicheren Seite. Merkt euch das gut. Müssen wir wieder ein bisschen Kokosfett an die Teile.
I must find a shelter first. I'm safe. Not in bad shape. It could be a good shelter until somebody rescues me. These trees have fruits. And back there's a stream of water. Now I need to rest. Tomorrow, with a clearer head, I will find how to fix it.
Zuflucht abgeschlossen.
I spent 2 days completely alone. Despite that, the island was familiarly comfortable. It was a beautiful place. All my life, I dreamed about freedom and exploring the world. Maybe that was the way destiny had to give me the chance to fulfill my desire for adventure. What the hell? I wasn't wrong.
Der Mond. Schaut euch den Mond an.
I must find out what that light was.
Alles sehr unbehaglich.
But the island has changed. What happened?
Da steht auf einmal ein Elefant.
But what the... An elephant and a balloon? What's going on here? They feel familiar. Maybe a dream.
Fünf Wochen im Ballon. Vernes erster Roman. In the Ballon.
Edgar Allan Poe, Alexandre Dumas, Victor Hugo. Never heard these names before. How strange. They don't look like they have been dragged here by the sea. Where do they come from? What's going on here? Compagnie Parisienne de l'Électricité? That can't be. How does a streetlight get here? And this writing desk? Again, it's weirdly familiar. That must be the light I saw. Wait a
Eine
moment.
Fackel.
There's something on the ground.
Da liegt etwas. Machete.
The stick has a weird shape, almost like a key. I need something that can help me.
So, Schmetterling. Das müssen wir uns merken. Kurz hier reinschreiben. Gibt es hier vielleicht sogar einen Schmetterling? Schmetterling. Schmetterling. Butterfly. Gibt's auch nicht. Kein Butterfly. Schmetterling. 2. Oder, warte mal, machen wir mal getrennte Kugelhälften. Hälften in der Mitte geteilt. Kurz hier was in den Einstellungen mal kurz gucken. Eine Sekunde. Okay, es gibt nur Vollbildschirm oder nicht. Dann bleibe ich lieber so.
I need something that can help me. I need something that can help me.
Ach Quatsch, warte mal. ist ja falsch. Was soll das eigentlich darstellen? Okay, also erstes ein Schmetterling. Und das ist Schmetterling am Baum oder was? Keine Ahnung. Okay, das sind wahrscheinlich die unterschiedlichen Metamorphosen eines Schmetterlings. Sprich, erst ist er die Raupe, dann puppt er sich irgendwo am Baum ein und schlüpft dann irgendwann als Schmetterling. Soll ich aber hier einmal brachial mit der Machete einmal alles frei machen.
I need something more to fix this footbridge.
Ich brauche Bretter. Wo waren jetzt die Bretter? Bin ich bestimmt dran vorbeigelaufen. Lass mich raten, die waren bestimmt ganz vorne. Oder ich kann das vorne das Boot klein machen. Okay, das geht nicht. Da ist nämlich das Beiboot zerhackt.
That's not useful now. It's destroyed. Fixing it will be...
Okay.
It's destroyed.
Wo waren die Bretter? Okay, wirklich nicht?
That's not useful now.
Okay. Palme kann ich auch nicht zerhacken. Wie soll das sein? Ach, die Kiste. Ja. Da haben wir's doch. Werkzeuge. Perfekt. So, dann werden wir hier die Brücke mal
I
fixen.
need something that can help me.
Das kann er. Ist gar kein Problem. So, nochmal den Schlüssel rein.
Now I have all the blocks for the door.
Okay. Da gleich nur nochmal die Reihenfolge hinkriegen. Ja, da mit den Symbolen ordne den Zyklus richtig an. Also der Zyklus wäre ja eigentlich Raupe. Nee. Made, Raupe. So, mal kurz gucken. Genau so. Also muss ich das links aber noch vertauschen.
Yes!
Okay.
Somebody wants me inside.
The brain.
What if it's a trap? Should I take the chance? However, I could probably find inside an explanation for what's going on. And of course, it's a much more solid shelter than a wood cabin.
Kunde die Höhle. Also nur mal kurz nebenbei. Wir haben Verne. Der ist natürlich ein Crew-Mitglied der Nautilus. Dann ist er natürlich auch jemand, der Geschichten schreibt, also ein Autor. Dann haben wir vorhin die Schalltafel repariert und haben die Plattform bzw. die Brücke auch wieder instand gesetzt.
Holy Antikythera mechanism! What's this place? This hasn't been built by some castaway. I'm trapped. I hope there's another way out. Mon Dieu! What's going on? The Life and Incredible Adventures of Robinson Crusoe by Daniel Defoe. Wait a moment. I remember that.
Ich kenne Willem Dafoe.
I've read this book a dozen times. My God. The letters, the cabin. These are elements of that same story. Am I hallucinating?
Willem Dafoe kennt ihr auch, oder? Beste Kobold in Spider-Man. Robinson Crusoe. Von 1719. Ein englischer Roman. Glaube ich auch die Vorlage für Castaway mit Tom Hanks.
Wait a moment. There's a note here. What mystery is this? All the books have my name on them, but they're all blank. No titles.
So, das kann schauen wir.
Yes! It's ancient Greek.
Falls ihr die Lösung zu diesem Rätsel braucht,
will help you to change
kann ich euch
pieces
nicht
of the
helfen.
world.
Ein Spaß. Er meinte ja, dass die Buchrücken da entscheidend sind.
Brilliant as her flame.
Dementsprechend.
What's this? It must be hundreds of years old. What? Good heavens! But what in the name of... But here again? What's going on? Did this artifact do it? What is this? Wait a moment. The inscription. The gift of Placeia will help you to change pieces of the world. But maybe I could fix them with this devilish artifact.
Außer ein Gesicht im Stein.
Time has changed. What happened?
Okay, erst das andere.
Fortunately, stones resisted and kept withstanding. Fortunately, stones resisted and kept withstanding.
So, nur mal sicher gehen, dass da nichts ist. Haben wir noch irgendwas vergessen in der Höhle? Aber schnell raus hier. Soll hier noch gefangen werden in der Höhle?
This is a nightmare! I must run away from this island. Maybe I could fix the boat with this devilish artifact. I'd rather face the dangers at sea than stay trapped in this madness. What the hell is going on?
mal die Wolke da oben. Schon wieder so ein Totenkopf. Ah. Lichtschwert. Only with the power of imagination.
Hours later, while I was drifting away, my head still boiled with questions. I could never imagine that my salvation would come in the form of the monster that destroyed my own ship. Scared to death, I discovered a new truth. It was a monster, yes, but made of steel.
Schmäh auf Stiel. Kapitel 3. Nachspiel des Unausweichlichen.
I could never imagine that my salvation would come in the form of the monster that destroyed my own ship.
What a tale! If I hadn't seen the Imag working with my own eyes, I would truly believe that you, as we doctors say, were as mad as a March hare.
Does something of this make any sense to you?
Not at all, but it's not me who has to find it. However, it's obvious that everything, your hallucinations, your amnesia, the books, even the island, draws lines that link your mind with the Imag.
Any clue of how we can fix that?
Have you considered that your status inside the Nautilus could be the reason for your, let's say, disconnection? It must be hard for you to live together with the ones responsible for the attack that sank your ship.
Months ago, I would have told you yes, and that I hated them for it. But I understood that war is war, and I must recognize, much to my regret, that the captain has opened for me the doors of an incredible world, that without the Nautilus and his technology, I could never dream of reaching. Am I a prisoner? Well, there are much worse prisons out there.
We're all trapped inside the Nautilus one way or another, my friend. A similar dilemma afflicts myself since I began to be part of this crew. I consecrated my career to save lives, and now I'm a piece of a ruthless war machine. On the other hand, my cholera research is only possible thanks to Nemo's technology.
He's an extraordinary man, but fearful. His current condition is unsettling.
History will judge him as it will do with us, and whoever writes it will park us in the place he believes we deserve. Now, go to your quarters and get some sleep. Doctor's orders.
Anweisung des Arztes. Ich kann mir das nur schöne Mütze Schlaf holen.
Verne! I knew I'd find you here. How are you? What has the doctor said?
I'm fine. I just need some...
Oh, good. I'm afraid that it will have to wait.
What happens?
Officer Israel, please, to the whole room immediately.
This never stops. Verne, I revised my notes. Maybe, if we dig more into the ship that carried the chest and the compass, maybe we can find out another way to open it. Just in case the Imag doesn't work anymore.
Not a bad idea.
Officer Israel, please, to the courtroom now.
Oh, bloody... Oh, do me a favor. The captain keeps a very detailed record of the Greek ship's history. Please, take a look. See what you can find.
Officer Israel!
I'm coming! Search into the closet. Look for the log.
Kommt doch schon.
Don't envy her job. That's for sure.
Nachspiel Teil 2.
Thank God. The elevators are still working.
Okay, zum Kartenraum. Wo war jetzt der Kartenraum? Sekunde. Let's gucken. Der Kartenraum ist ganz oben. Bei der Brücke. Okay, auf zur Brücke.
That's all the records we have about the Scylla, the Greek ship. But these are the same papers that... Wait, what does this mean? This note.
Wichtige Infos in Audiozylindern 399, 244 und 219.
And 219.
Okay.
Sub-Lieutenant Ned Land speaking. Documentation record regarding the Ancestors' Island. This is the place in which everything tells us that the flame of Hephaestus lies in. It's not only protected by those so-called ancestors, but also it's located at the center of a magnetic anomalies area that drives navigation devices mad.
Ja, vielleicht waren die Geräte deswegen gestellt, wegen den magnetischen Wellen.
Huge currents and fog banks, making it virtually unreachable.
Who's this Ned Land? I can't recall that name in the crew.
Sub-Lieutenant Ned Land speaking. Documentation record regarding the Compass of Destiny. According to our research, this compass, crafted with a mineral only found in the Ancestors' Island, always points to it, as if it was its own north. This, combined with a coordinate system, was used by the few ships that still traded with the island.
Nothing new, but what happened to this officer? I still have some stuff to do. I still have some stuff to do.
Jo, die 3 Audiozylinder an. Ja, 2 haben wir auf jeden Fall. Wo ist der dritte?
Sub-Lieutenant Ned Land speaking. Documentation record regarding the flame of Hephaestus. In historical records and legends, it is told that the Atlantean people found in the Ancestors' Island an amazing energy, which they called the flame of Hephaestus. Its implementation allowed them, in a few years, to develop unimaginable technology. It moved their ships and the gigantic machinery that built their city and harvested large crops. They also created a system of extraction.
System? Okay.
I must record this here. Today, I have found something that... it may change it all. I was with the communication system, routine maintenance, when I locked on a very strange signal. It sounded almost like a voice, but it was only noise. But, oh God, Captain has replied and they've been talking like he understood that horrible sound. It seemed like they were talking about picking up a load at a certain point of the Indian Ocean, and the captain was constantly repeating a name. Verne. I haven't recognized the other voice, but I can't believe it. Nemo is not a traitor. I must confirm this before saying anything. We are about to dock at the secret base. If there's any evidence against Nemo, it will be there, in his office. I hope that they don't catch me, and that I'm wrong too.
What? What have I just heard? Was Nemo waiting for me in the middle of the sea?
Nachspielzeit 2 abgeschlossen.
My brothers, I know you are afflicted. Shame fell on us because we failed in our mission of capturing terrorist Nemo. I know because I felt the same dishonor. But I have had an epiphany. We didn't suffer a defeat. Fate revealed our true mission in front of our eyes. The Artefakt is a prodigy that can change destiny. We have been spending our lives under the boot of politicians and bureaucrats of the curia of the nation, those who just exist to fill their bellies at the expense of our blood. I say, let's take the Artefakt and forge a new world based on order and purity. Are you with me, brothers?
Der Reven.
Those days, my sanity felt like walking on a glass floor. I discovered that no one in the crew had ever heard talk about Officer Ned Land. If that was not enough, the recordings disappeared and left me with no other evidence of it than my damaged memory. Somebody was pulling the strings of my fate. What did
Also Vernes mentaler Zustand ist gerade nicht der beste.
Before it was too late. I could just follow Ned Land's advice. Search into Nemo's office and bring the truth to light.
Lieutenant Ned, der irgendwie gar nicht mehr Teil der Crew ist, scheint irgendwie auch verschwunden zu sein. In den Eingeweiden eines irgendwas.
I must leave my plans for breaking into Nemo's office for later. The captain and Adriel want to meet me.
Versteckte Wahrheit.
It's not the time to go back to the Nautilus. I still have things to do here. My first trip outside, and it's inside of a dormant volcano in the middle of the ocean. I have to admit that Nemo has a talent for mise en scène.
Ein Vulkan. Könnte der Eingang zum Mittelpunkt der Erde sein. Mal sehen. Ist der ein Taucherhelm?
An old diver helmet from the first missions of the Nautilus. I've only seen them on paper. They look so much more rudimentary. I'm glad I have learned diving with the new ones.
Mr. Verne!
What obscure sea law have I transgressed now, Officer Turner?
More than one, probably, but I don't want to talk about that, sir. I didn't have the time to show my gratitude for saving us from the nation. When we rescued you, I thought you were a spy. If it were up to me, I would have returned you to that boat and let the sea judge you.
Oh, I'm glad you weren't the one who decided my fate.
But look what you have achieved with the captain. Solved Placea's temple puzzles, found the compass of destiny, saving us from the Raven himself. It feels like centuries ago since you came from that island. I'm glad that you're aboard, sir.
Oh,
kein Problem, Maddie.
Thank you. Each day it's harder to recall my past life.
That's something we all share in here. Captain Nemo slowly absorbs our lives and blends them inside the Nautilus's steel.
Do you know where the captain is? I must see him, but I don't know this prodigious hideout.
The captain and Adriel are in the meeting room. Go to the elevator, second floor on the left.
I keep thinking about Officer Ned Land.
Mr. Verne, for the last time, stop chasing ghosts. Perhaps you should visit the doctor again. There's never been a crew member called Ned Land.
That's weird.
You may now leave, Mr. Verne. I have a lot of things to do. The captain and Adriel passed by here not too long ago. Go to the elevator, second floor on the left.
Thank you, officer.
Den ausgesetzt.
I must admit that cans of algae mix are delicious. But if someday I leave the Nautilus, it will take a long time until I eat something from the sea again.
Der Imag ist gerade nicht verfügbar. So, zweiter Stock. Second floor. Bing.
Fuck!
Hey.
May I help you? It seems you have problems with whatever that is.
It's an Illumia. Towers that distribute blue blood through the decks of the Nautilus. No, you can't help me. But thanks anyway.
It's okay. I'll leave you working.
The H capsule's ready.
You must be extremely
Give me the
careful.
Imag. Here, I have a blue blood, concentrated sample from the Nautilus. I am convinced that when it comes into contact with the small flame of Hephaestus that makes the Imag work, it will reactivate it.
When we dock at the Ancestors' Island.
It's impossible to get there.
How did you jump into that theory?
Excuse me?
Your theory. By which evidence is it supported?
You must be extremely careful.
When we dock
I simply know it. I've spent the last years studying the flame. It will work. Give me the Imag.
No. Edriel thinks it could kill us all.
Verne, I am giving you an order. Surrender the Imag.
To get there.
I don't have to take your orders. I'm not one of the crew.
You are alive thanks to me. Give it to me.
Extremely careful.
When we dock at the Ancestors' Island.
To get there.
Captain, with all due respects, are you all right? For a few days now, I've noticed that your behavior is getting more erratic.
How dare you! I should throw you overboard for suggesting that.
Kann er gerne machen, wir sind im Vulkan.
Verne, I didn't mean.
Also bitte echt.
I am a bit upset. Yes, but I can't avoid it. We are about to achieve our target, and anything can go wrong.
If everything comes out right, you will have in your hands an unimaginable power. Due to your condition, do you think it's wise to...
Wow, what a human thing to say, Verne. How understanding of you. Do you want me to surrender the control over the flame? Who to? Somebody more centered? Somebody like you, with your hallucinations?
Yes, I have my unresolved issues, but at least I have regard for human life.
The nation has found us. God damn it! I must prepare the evacuation. We need to carry the blue blood with us. Adriel thinks it's vital to find the flame. Take it to the Nautilus, but be careful. It's highly unstable. Use the chemical compounds on the table to stabilize it.
But
this card will give you access to the emergency hatches and all the doors. When the blood is stabilized, run to the Nautilus.
Er geht schon mal vor.
Verne, about time.
I am sorry.
Okay,
It's my first time here.
Are the H capsules ready?
Not completely. We still have to fit some details, but I'm sure that we will be able to gather the energy from the flame of Hephaestus and contain it to take it wherever it's most needed.
You must be extremely careful.
Yes, I know the story. It was the source of the power of the Atlantean Empire, and also of its ominous destruction. You've told me that a dozen times.
You must make sure that they will be ready when we dock at the Ancestors' Island.
And what will happen if the Imag doesn't work anymore? How will we open the chest? I haven't found anything in the Scylla's log that could help us.
The Imag will work! I am sick of waiting!
Captain, your idea of using the blue blood to reactivate the Imag is unfounded. The reaction could end with all of us being...
Enough! I don't want to hear you anymore! I'm fed up with you, with Cedric, with Verne. We must take radical action if we want to end the terror that is devastating the world!
Please, Captain, calm down. You are not like this.
I will not hear you, not even for a second! I am going to prepare the blue blood. If you aren't at the upper floor safe room in 10 minutes, I will go and look personally for you wherever you are. It's the last lift. I give you my personal card.
Irgendwie nichts mehr drücken.
Adriel, what do we do? It's not very wise using...
Mr. Verne, the captain has given you an order. There's nothing more to be said.
I hope we don't blow up.
I'm more worried about the flame of Hephaestus. I need you to analyze the only map of Ancestors' Island to find the safest way to the flame.
But this map is...
Do it, Verne. I must go back to the Nautilus. Don't keep the captain waiting.
So, Fahrstuhlkarte und die persönliche Sicherheitskarte.
It's closed. If I could get an access card.
Ja, die haben wir.
It doesn't work.
Wieso geht es nicht? Die Karte ist Captain.
It doesn't work.
Ich veräppeln.
Wait a minute. There's a note here. It's from Lamb. At last, I found a way to break into Nemo's office. These stains, it's like they hide something written or drawn.
So, als nächstes müssen wir eine Lupe suchen. Ich würde aber sagen, dass hier genau an dieser Stelle eigentlich ein sehr guter Zeitpunkt ist, um hier in dieser Folge heute ja, diesen Teil zu beenden. Und möchte euch danken. Ich hoffe, es hat euch Spaß gemacht und wir sehen uns dann zum nächsten Mal, wenn wir wieder mit Verne unterwegs sind. Ja, wünsche euch noch einen schönen Tag. Vielen Dank fürs Zuschauen. Und dann sehen wir uns bis zum nächsten Mal. Ciao.